Hey by Culture Arts again, and today guys, I made another anime review, and my review is to Saenai Season 2, Episode 0. Episode 0, for people who don't know, anime episodes, they usually last for around about 0, they can have an episode 0, for the people who actually didn't know, even Yu-Gi-Oh! Yu-Gi-Oh! Had episode 0. They actually had episode 0 before, but it isn't the original Yu-Gi-Oh! Anime. That's before even the card. It was before it became a card game anime. It was the original Yu-Gi-Oh! Anime, season 0, the unknown Yu-Gi-Oh! That also had an episode 0, which people I was shocked about, found out it had episode 0, and then finding out even more anime had episode 0. And again, I have to also mention about, like I said, as my camera died, and I want to talk about some certain anime, I want to review as much as I can, even though I say I want to, but like I said, this season, oh my god, it's got a lot, of anime I want to review, and I previously did reviews on previous seasons, so of course I want to review them as much as possible, especially the ones I already reviewed on, as I pretty much already reviewed them. I already knew I had to review them again. For example, with Saenai. Now, as you guys should know, I think, let me double check, how long has it been since I done Saenai? It has been a long time since I've seen Saenai. I think I'm correct. Saenai was also one of my first anime I reviewed episode by episode. I think I remember correct. Ushi, and I also remember correct. It wasn't my first. I'm talking about years. I'm talking about years. Alright, guys. Let's see. Saenai. Here goes my episode 9. 2 years. Oh, 2 years since the first season has been out. Oh, old. It's so freaking long ago. 2 years ago, guys. 2 years ago. Since I started my channel, if I'm confined when I started, so I always do check of when I started my channel, up, and just do that quickly. Like I said, I'm using my phone, as you guys know, so obviously you can see a lot of bumps and stuff. You won't see me using a tripod or anything. Like I said, I wish my fucking camera did not fucking die. I would have knew, but I'm just getting the memories of. Let's see. Okay, it's not showing this bit. Let me check the library. Maybe not there. Well, I can't. Well, yeah, free. I've been on YouTube for 3 fucking years. Because I checked my first video. My first video has been up there for 3 years. So I've been on this channel for 3 fucking years. 3 fucking years. And only a year later I reviewed Saenai. Only a year later I reviewed. Well, yeah, only actually not a year later. As it's 3 years, it says 2 years. Maybe not full. I remember correct. It only said a few months when I did it with Saenai. 6 months, roughly around there. I can't fully remember, but yeah, Saenai is finally back. Technically not finally back, because episode 0 is usually the OVA episodes. You guys all know, the episodes are not really that important. They're just there for, again, fan service. Unfortunately, episode 0 is usually the case, except for certain episode 0s, which actually, the world that God only knows. It actually had an episode 0. An episode 0, yes, but it was very short, very short, an anime short. But it had some importance because it was connected to episode 1. And actually, technically, you can say even Saenai's episode 0 is I think I'm correct. Did I review episode 1 of Saenai? Oh, actually, better day. It's gonna take me a long time. But I think I reviewed episode 0. I might be wrong. But yeah. But this episode of Saenai, it followed the similar trait how episode 0 of the previous season did. It followed a similar trait, a fan service, obviously, but the fan service episode. But what's different is that in this one is that first up is at a pool, because the last one is a hot spring. I think they should have kept the hot spring thing for if you think about it, Saikono was not meant to be an anime that was gonna get a second season. Like, I think the creators were using more as a those teaser animes, those animes that make you want to read the manga for plot. But the anime wasn't meant to be a anime to watch for a second season. It was only meant for one season. But it got popular, especially for the main heroine, for not actually being the cliche fucking heroine we usually get. Like, the main heroine, Megami, I think remember her name. She was not the cliche main heroine you usually get in an anime. Of course, what makes it more effective is that she's the only character that you could say that was the realistic character. Like, she is us. Oh, she is all the normal females in the world. That's the kind of character is, and because of that element, she doesn't stand out as much. Actually, she hardly stands out. Like, people won't recognize her, and the only way you will recognize her if you, watch the anime and realize that she's a fucking main character. But really, overall appearance and also her, and if you pay attention, of course, and also the overall plot, you can definitely tell she's the main heroine. But we already know that she doesn't have all the main elements, which is a good thing. Like, that's actually what makes her stand out. Like, if you're someone who's, like, not that, like, if you're not someone who actually pays full attention to anime that much, you just watch for entertainment, you might not be able to fully tell that she was the main heroine until maybe people start reviewing it to you or something. But again, if you pay actually freaking attention, you can definitely tell she was the main heroine, even though and what makes her to stand out is because of her uncliche character traits. Like, like I said, her entire character traits, she wouldn't be like the main protagonist. She wouldn't be the main heroine. But with the other characters like Saenai, I can't remember any of that. It's been a long time, but Tsundere girl, and then we got the Kundere? I think it's a Kundere? Yeah? For one of those, a Kundere. The Kundere I'm thinking of, like, I think who's Kundere is the short blue-haired girl. Like, I think she's Kundere. I think. I might be wrong. Like I said, I'm not very good at my dairy names. The only ones I know is Tsundere, like, obviously Tsundere and Yandere. Which, I think the Yandere would be the black hair girl. Like, I think she would be the Yandere. She has shown Yandere tendencies, so I think she's the Yandere. Technically. But I don't think she's a full-blown Yandere. Because I think she has other forms of dairies within herself as well, but yeah, most of them is again fan stuff. But what makes this a good episode is that it contracts to the first season, like how it tells that, like, even though we'll talk about games at the same time, in a way it's also talk about that this anime is pretty much taking shit on its stuff. Like, we already know this series. For anybody to know, the anime was taking shit on the cliches that all romance comedy anime usually follow. They always take the fucking mick out of it, which is good. And again, they kept that element for this episode. They took the element where they take the mick out of the cliche rom-com, romance comedy cliches you've seen all romance comedy anime. And I liked it. Like I said, I liked it. But like I said, what made me like this episode more, because it reminded me of the first episode, and I mean the first episode, episode 0, of course, of Saikono Season 1. It reminded me a lot of that episode, which, in a way, I'm glad that it did, because it gave me nostalgia. And again, it was 2 years ago, so 2 year ago anime. That's actually pretty good for the nostalgia sort of standpoint, but yet again, for a second season, copying like like a similar layout, like how the first season, first episode 0, first season, it was like they're just saying that's a bit of a cop out. Like that, this definitely was a cop out. Like they could have done something more. Like they could actually not have an episode 0. Actually, I mean, they could have actually just kept a normal episode 1 and just continue from the plot from there. But nope, they went for the episode 0 thing, and it's pretty much episode 0 of season 1, and that's why I don't. Now I think about it, I don't think I actually did. Did I review it? Let me check. Actually, let me go through the other way. I'm gonna go on YouTube Studios on my. I use my iPad, by the way, guys. Checking out these stuff. Like most of my lately, what I've been watching, how I've been watching my anime a lot these days. I've been mostly doing via that's most recent. That's most viewed thing. What the hell? That's got like, why is the sort out like a freaking? Okay. Boy, this is so freaking annoying. Fine. I can't be bothered trying to find it. But yeah, pretty much episode 0 of Saenai season 2, pretty much like how the first episode 0 and the first episode of season 1 of Saenai was like. But the only difference is that the pool actually won't, and also so we could get. And really, is the pool. Really, it is just the pool episode. Like, and nostalgia feeling of it's like that's the only things I've got to say. What was good really about this, like to say different, it was that this episode was just set at a pool. But really, the overall episode was pretty much how season 1 episode 0 was like. Like it was pretty much like that, just at a pool. So yeah. Now the elements we see, of course, each character's personalities again. Now what's the difference is just that now we know they're making a game. Like I don't think in episode 0, I don't think they mentioned they were making a game. They might have done. I can't fully remember. They might have done, but we get more elements of what they're planning on making the game. Actually, just seeing these characters again, I actually gotta admit, I really enjoyed seeing these characters again. Like my glasses, fucking hell, my iPad's glowing through my glasses. But yeah, just seeing the characters again. I'm glad. I gotta say, Minagami, she's definitely best girl. She's definitely best girl, even though she hardly gets any screen time. Actually, even I think she got more in this episode than she did in the previous episodes of the previous season. It's a good thing, but yet again, they are definitely recognizing that she is the main heroine, and she's definitely which does, I think it might, that's why I said for episodes, like, I'm actually glad they're doing it, because after all, this is a season 2, so if you're not used to Saenai, I definitely recommend not watching it from this season, because, like I said, it's season 2, and of course, with anime, you more likely have to watch it episode by episode to understand the story and plot and everything, but, this episode just shows you, yeah, you need to watch first season to understand how they were talking about. But yeah, definitely this episode, I'm glad it's back, and I really gave me nostalgia feeling of the previous season, and I can't wait for the next episode. Now, animation quality, oh my god, the fan service. The animation was definitely focused on the fan service. Like, even the fucking still frames, holy shit. And I've got to say this. The female characters, like, the tsundere, I'm surprised. Like, obviously, the two, you could say, the Lexinus, like, the one I said, the black-haired girl, I recommend is more the yandere, and the kundere is the blue-haired girl. Oh my god, they really are thirsty. They're really thirsty for Coast to go through this seat. Oh, they're thirsty. They were thirsty for him, like especially the under so I can't fully remember, but that's why I call them by the dairy traits, I think. But yeah, but I got to say that definitely the underage girl, like, oh my god, she is dairy. Look, the freaking legs. Like, after they said they were gonna book a hotel, after after the girls realized that she was like one of them was not there, was in their room, one of their not in their room, and they realized that she was with Costa. Like that scene when they Costa and her were, and the other girl were with each other. Like she was trying to make him drink fucking alcohol. Fucking alcohol. Like you're not even at the age for it yet. Like, well, yeah, they know what age. Like, what's the drinking laws like in Japan? Like, what is the drinking laws? I actually want to know the drinking laws. Like, for anybody who's been to Japan or actually know the laws of Japan when it comes to drinking law, can you put in the comments down below? Because I actually don't fully understand the law. Because even in anime, I see quite a lot. So they don't really go full depth why the drinking law. So I don't know what the drinking law is like in Japan. So leave in the comments down below what is the drinking law in Japan. But yeah, pretty much. She was trying to freaking get him drunk, so she gets the point. But of course, he realizes our main character, Kosuke, he definitely knows all the female characters like him. Because they're all trying to seduce her. Like, it's obviously knows, like, even though she's a cliche main character, he actually does give out references that he already knows that these girls are hitting on him. Like, he already knows that. Like, it's obvious, of course. First off, it was quite obvious from how the characters are acting. But we already know anime, they always make their main characters so, like, romance comedy, they always make their main characters very, unaware. Like, they're so stupid, they are so unaware to realize that these female characters are dying for them. Like, they really want, but, Kosuga, he knows, like, I'm actually still surprised they even made a main character like him, like, who still acts like it, but even though he actually knows that they like him in that way. And, yeah, actually, I should remember, I could have called her the other name, the Kundera girl, actually, I could have called her cousin. I could have called her cousin of Kosuga's, because technically they are cousins, like, incest girl. But it's again, I think cousins are a bit more acceptable to go out with in Japan. Like, I think, if I'm correct, there is some, like, in the incest category, technically it's not what is alright to do. You're allowed to go out with second cousins around my country. You're allowed to go out with second cousins. I think most countries, they say that have, like, a dislike to incest. The only way you might get away with it if they're not blood related to you by if they're a step cousin, like if they're step relative, or that they're only like second cousin and higher and above that relative. Those are the only people you go out with. Now I think I don't know. Maybe in Japan you can go out with a full-blooded cousin. Like, that could be a thing, but because I've seen it a lot in anime. But like I said, anime doesn't descript everything what how real life works. But I got to say this. Like, there is some evidence that from anime it does show, surprisingly, like, that this actually, like, even some fucking serious, like, freaking Alpha and Lead. Like, Alpha and Lead, we already know that if it's gonna add an incest scene, it's either because of they actually develop the character because they either not fully blow away, only by cousin, like, the main character. Like, you could say the main character's cousin was romantically liked him, and she was a cousin. But when it comes to other characters, and they actually fully developed her. Reason why I remember correctly, why she liked him. So in a way, it just shows you the evidence of maybe the second, like, cousins can get away with it, but second cousin, like. But we already know, like, so that's what I said. But either way from that, but yeah, she definitely said his cousin definitely has, like, she definitely wants it. She wants the G. Like, all these characters, I don't accept. Well, maybe the main female character, like, Megumi, I think she might want it as well, but she doesn't show like she's the main normal character that you expect. Like I said, she's the normal, like, normal standing person, not supposed to be the cliche character. But yeah, and by the way, guys, it's 13. It's by the way, it's 3:13 in the morning. 3:13 in the morning. Yeah, I need to go to bed after this. But pretty much, there's not, like I said, this episode, like I said, yeah, yeah, that's all we got to, like, said, like, the fan service, like, that's where the animation got into, the fan service, oh my god. But yeah, but pretty much, that's all I got to say, really. Anyway, guys, that's my anime review on Saikono Season 2, Episode 0. Hope you guys like it. Go on Chat Fans Day. If you guys send fan mail, go down below. My address there, and yeah, hope you guys like it. Come on, subscribe, and I'll see you guys later. Bye, guys.